Wasn't invited.
So who was the host when I was gone? Who got assigned host when I dropped off?
Grace Rose.
Let's see. He was the responsible one. Huh. Didn't hear any complaining about that statement. That's a shock. I don't know. My hotspot just randomly dropped off. Wish I had real internet. All right, so what? So I don't know where I was when you quit seeing me, but this adds up to 16/16, so that's everything. So now we have to figure out, we have our expected ratio right here. Now we have to figure out our, no, that's observed. Now we have to figure out expected. So there's 193 plus 184 plus 556 plus 61 for a total of 994. So times 3 times the quantity 3 divided by 16 would be 186. And then this one would be 186 also because they're both 3/16. 994 times the quantity 9 divided by 16, 559, which is only 3 off. That's really close. Oh, these are only 2 off. That one is. That's pretty close. All right, and 994 times the quantity 1 divided by 16, 62. So now it's the time consuming, write it all out. So we've got observed 193 minus 186 squared over 186 and the square root of that, plus 184 minus 186 squared over 186 and the square root of that, plus observed 556 minus 559 squared over 559 and the square root of that, plus 61 minus 62 squared over 62 and the square root of that. And as soon as somebody gets it done, tell me what you got.
0.91.
Really? That's tiny.
Yeah.
And our degrees of freedom?
3.
Okay, 4 choices minus 1 means our degrees of freedom is 3. So we can go back up to our little chart here, 0.91. Three degrees of freedom. And 0.05 means we need to be below 7.815, which 0.9 is well below that. So almost, I mean, absolutely certainly that is due to randomness. There is less, you know what, I'm going to, they did this wrong. This is not 0.1. Because this is 0.12. They've got their numbers mixed up, but this column is right. So, yep, it is well below this. So there is no doubt that that is caused by randomness. The chance of it not being caused by randomness is minuscule. All right, those are how the things work. So, any questions? All right, we'll meet tomorrow. As far as I know, there is a online chapel with you guys giving testimony-ish things tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. This is Tuesday. On Thursday. As far as I know, that's still planned for Thursday, although I have not received any email recently. I assume Mr. Bahalski's gotten a hold of you folks about that. There's a look of blankness.
We did like video testimonies for it.
Okay. So, unless there's no chapel on Thursday, or if it's not during this 10 o'clock time slot, tomorrow will be our last day, at least last regularly scheduled day.
On all the AP emails that they send out, it says that we can take the exam on our phones. Is that like legit? Because we couldn't take the last test on our phones.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's legit because AP has to go nationwide, globally actually, but there are a lot of students who don't have internet access at home, especially from lower income school districts.
Because whatever that browser was that we had to get for the last test, it wouldn't let me get it on my phone.
You don't
Yes.
have to use it.
Yeah,
You
you
don't?
don't have to.
No.
You shouldn't want to either.
Woo-hoo.
Because you need docs to, or a word processor to do the exam.
Yeah, so you can either
Sweet.
type it out in the box they give you, you can attach a document, or you can handwrite it and take a picture, which is that's what my dad's telling all his students to do.
Sweet.
Well, Josh, I would not handwrite it and take a picture,
I was planning on typing it out.
but anyone who has, 90% legible handwriting, it's probably, unless you're really, really, really good at typing, which some of you are pretty good.
Josh is good.
But if you make lots of typos, then you ought to handwrite it.
Where would you rate me in the legibility scale?
Probably about 40% legible.
40.
It's
Okay.
it's not anywhere near, it's not anywhere near as bad as, shall we say, pleasure.
I suppose that's good.
There are some people who turn in things that I say, I think I can make out a letter in here somewhere. All right. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be, looks like tomorrow's going to be the last regular day. After that, I guess it's probably up to you. And I'd recommend that you don't take it on your phone if you don't have to, because of the looking up things and so on. And it probably will be, unless you're really, really good at typing, it will probably be better for you to handwrite it. So, what date is the biology test? What date are you taking the biology test?
It's the early, so is it the 18th?
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Either the 13th or the 18th. I think AP Lit is the 13th. Okay.
All right. Well, You all have a good afternoon. Today will be the last Bible class. So make sure you're showing up, and otherwise we'll see you later.
I
Bye, everybody.